Hello and welcome, beautiful people. Welcome to the channel. We are raising awareness that there are Tinder swindlers and fake Romeo wannabe pimps and players out here trying to get your money. Okay, in this story today, you'll hear one of the coldest things I've ever heard a human being saying to another human being. This heartless con man, he's worse than a Tinder swindler, if you ask me. And these romantic cons are the #1 scam currently worldwide. It's bigger than bank fraud, healthcare. It's off the charts. And this scam is coming to know people like Rebecca D'Antonio. She didn't fall for the Tinder swindler. She fell for a completely different con man on a completely different dating app called okcupid. And in interviews, when you listen to Rebecca speak, she is quite an intelligent woman. She's very impressive, very level-headed. She's actually delightful. And Rebecca says that at the time, she didn't know that romance scams was even a thing. No prior knowledge that such a thing existed. But oh, does it exist? There's been 80% more scams in 2021 versus 2020 by these fake Romeos. And of course, there's female scammers as well. You better believe that. But from 2017 to 2021, there's been a 600% increase. And they're scamming everybody from teenagers to seniors, just taking people on a ride to nowhere or else bankruptcy, just trying to separate people from their money, okay? Romance fraudsters, they're calling them. I call them players. That was what we always called. That's what we always called them. Now, Rebecca's experience was like this. She was so impressed with her friends that found their mates and went on to marry and have children from online romances. So she thought that she would give it a try. And she had never been on any online site before. So her and her friend, one of her friends, they started this adventure together. And so for the first time, she made an online account with this dating service, thinking it would be a cool new thing to try, she said. So she wanted to be really smart about it. That was her idea, that she would lay all her cards out on the table in her profile because she was looking for true love. This was like, she's an intelligent woman, so she just wants to do the best thing for the best results. Bless her heart. Rebecca says that the very thing that she put in her profile was exactly what this con man used against her. Yeah. In her case, it was the fact that she shared that she could not biologically have children of her own, but that she did, in fact, love children. Now, people that care about you, they learn about these details, personal details about you, or they just know. But a heartless predator, when they find this stuff out, they are going to pounce on you and use that as a vulnerability to get at you, like the predators they are. And they do online, these gangsters, they mostly work with what you give them, so that they can get to your money, get in your wallet. Like my grandmother would say, like, in my pocketbook, let me see what's in my pocketbook. But they ain't trying to like really mess with your pocketbook. They're trying to get to your bank account, the whole bank account. They want you taking out loans on their behalf. And quite a number of people have been reporting these crimes, if you will, if you want to call them crimes. Some people don't think they're crimes, but they've been going to the Federal Trade Commission in the hundreds, in millions, and it's just continuing to climb. Now, Rebecca said, again, she was trying to be smart about online dating, and the information that she put in her profile, when she looks back on it, it was just a roadmap for this swindler. They knew just what to do. They just crafted something perfectly for her, and they worked on her. Now, Rebecca was thinking that she really found her Romeo. Her heart was in the right place, and she was trying to be upfront because she didn't want to be unrealistic about expectations, and she didn't want anyone having unrealistic expectations about her. But this heartless beast, okay, he went by the name of Matthew. You see his pictures popping up, but this Matthew was not the person she was talking to. He posed as a single father from Australia that was adopted by an American family. And Rebecca said he spoke with an accent, and she loved that. Don't we love accents? Yeah, and this Matthew, he really took his time forming this connection online. It was on the phone, but he was careful building this illusion with these fake pictures with this man and this child. The photos were actually real, but they were snatched from somebody's account, God knows whose Instagram account. Good looking man, you could see even behind the blur, but he was not the man who Rebecca felt that she was romantically involved with, creating this bond for over a year. Then he finally hits her with it, this Matthew, and he requested the first money. And of course, Rebecca's not stupid. She was not like jumping to give him this money. She's like, of course you can get this from somebody else. Can't you work this out some other kind of way? And she said he had an answer for everything. And I'm sure he always had his like sexy bedroom voice going on. And I'm sure there was phone sex between them, which is, you think that's your boo, you in love, you're going to do that. But he had it like fixed real nice. They were supposed to finally see each other after aching for each other for so long. That's kind of like my line. But, he had this business trip that was supposed to wrap up, and then they would meet after that. He'd be en route to her. But what's this? Oh no, Matthew's credit cards aren't working, and he's on the road traveling with his one and only son, his 5-year-old baby boy, and he doesn't have a way to get money because everything's going wrong with his banking. It's all fake. This was the beginning of the first wire transfers that led Rebecca to spending over $100,000 on him. And at first she suffered in silence. Her friends knew that she had a thing online, but they didn't know it started getting financial. And I would say, if you see a friend of yours, somebody caught up on the phone with somebody who they haven't even seen, they're all wrapped up, you got to keep your eyes on your friends and your loved ones. Because that don't even make sense. And this online relationship led to her financial ruin. And Rebecca told Matthew during their last conversation, she said to him, finally, she was at the end of her rope after shelling out all this money. She said, "You don't seem to understand the state of things here. I am legit thinking about suicide." And he said to her, "You gotta do what you gotta do." Now, how cold is that? How ice cold do you have to be to say those words to another human being that's contemplating taking their own life? To me, that ranks up there with, it's just some of the worst. I don't even know why I have these roses in here, because it doesn't even sound like he even romanced her really. And I would be like, I'ma find you, baby. Like, been around the world and I'm gonna find you, baby. Her friends found her a support group called Scam Haters United after she opened up about the whole ordeal, which was very helpful for her. And eventually, Rebecca, she had to declare bankruptcy, and she got some money in a class action lawsuit. But that's a whole nother story, because victims don't really get any money back from these scammers, these gangsters. They work in groups, but she got money back because of the wire transfers thing. And there's another organization that's a non-profit organization that advocates for victims. Of course, this is after the fact, after you've been on these dating apps with romance scams. But people, ladies, we got to inform each other. Seek advice from the elders when you caught up with somebody and it's just going wrong. I did another video where you can ask yourself some questions if you find yourself head over heels in love with one of these players, these scammers. But talk to people and talk to the elders. Share this message. Everybody, we all have to learn. We all have to learn. We all have to be educated about game. But it's better when you don't have to learn the hard way. You should not have to, because that's a very expensive lesson to learn. But I thank you for watching. As always, take care of yourself. I will see you the next time. Check out these videos. They will be helpful. Share them. Peace.